Good evening, everyone. Today, I want to talk about a topic that is often sensitive yet important: virginity and relationships. This subject is deeply personal, yet it is shaped by cultural, social, and individual perspectives. Virginity is often a deeply personal concept, one that carries varying meanings depending on an individual's beliefs, values, and cultural background. At its core, virginity represents a personal choice, a decision that should be free of external pressures and societal expectations. While some view virginity as a significant milestone or a symbol of purity, others may see it as an outdated construct that holds little relevance in their lives. Regardless of these differing perspectives, what remains universally important is the respect for each individual's right to choose how they define and approach this aspect of their life. For some, virginity is tied closely to their spiritual or religious beliefs. Many traditions place importance on waiting for marriage or a committed partnership before engaging in physical intimacy. This decision often stems from a sense of personal commitment to faith or cultural values. For others, virginity might symbolize readiness, choosing to wait until they feel emotionally and mentally prepared to share an intimate connection with someone they trust and care about. These choices are deeply personal and unique, reflecting the diverse ways people navigate their paths in life. However, it is equally valid for individuals to approach virginity without attaching significant meaning to it. In contemporary society, many people view virginity as a social construct that has historically been used to control or judge individuals, particularly women. This perspective encourages people to focus more on consent, comfort, and personal readiness rather than adhering to traditional definitions or expectations. This shift in perspective highlights the importance of empowering individuals to make decisions about their bodies based on their own values and feelings, free from the influence of societal norms. The concept of virginity can sometimes be a source of confusion or pressure, especially for young people. Many are exposed to mixed messages from media, peers, and societal expectations that can lead to feelings of inadequacy or shame. It is crucial to create environments where people, particularly adolescents, feel safe discussing these topics without fear of judgment or ridicule. Encouraging open and honest conversations about virginity, intimacy, and relationships helps dispel myths and fosters a healthier understanding of these complex issues. So respect for personal choice is fundamental when discussing virginity. It is essential to recognize that every individual's journey is unique and shaped by a combination of their experiences, beliefs, and circumstances. No one should feel pressured to adhere to a specific timeline or set of expectations. Whether someone chooses to abstain from sexual activity, engages in it early, or takes a middle ground, these decisions should be met with understanding and respect. Ultimately, virginity is not a measure of someone's worth, morality, or character. It is one of many facets of human experience, and its significance varies greatly among individuals. By fostering a culture that prioritizes personal choice and respects individual agency, we can move toward a society that values empathy and understanding over judgment. Everyone deserves the freedom to make choices about their bodies and lives without fear of stigma or discrimination. Respecting these choices is the cornerstone of promoting personal dignity and autonomy. Cultural and social influences play a significant role in shaping how people perceive virginity and its importance in relationships. Across the world, the concept of virginity is deeply embedded in traditions, norms, and societal expectations, often dictating the choices individuals make or feel compelled to make. These influences vary widely based on factors such as geography, religion, community values, and even generational shifts, making virginity a multi-dimensional concept. In many cultures, virginity is often regarded as a symbol of purity, honor, or morality, especially for women. In such societies, a great deal of emphasis is placed on abstaining from sexual activity until marriage, with the belief that this reflects virtue and self-discipline. This perspective has historically been tied to notions of familial honor and societal reputation, creating immense pressure on individuals, particularly women, to conform to these expectations. Failure to do so can result in stigma, shame, or even ostracism, highlighting the weight of societal influence on personal choices. However, this view is not universal. In other cultures or more progressive communities, the concept of virginity holds little or no significance. These perspectives tend to focus on individual autonomy, personal readiness, and mutual consent, rather than adherence to traditional expectations. In such environments, people are encouraged to make decisions about their bodies and relationships based on their own feelings and circumstances, free from the constraints of cultural or social pressures. The media also plays a significant role in shaping societal attitudes toward virginity. Movies, television shows, music, and literature often portray virginity in ways that reinforce stereotypes or idealize certain behaviors. For instance, some media romanticize the idea of losing virginity as a rite of passage, while others depict it as a moment laden with guilt or shame. These portrayals can create conflicting messages, leading individuals to question their own values and decisions. Social media has amplified these dynamics, providing a platform for both positive and negative discussions about virginity and relationship. Religious beliefs are another major influence on how virginity is perceived. Many religions advocate for abstinence before marriage as a spiritual or moral directive. For believers, these teachings provide a framework for understanding and navigating relationships, often serving as a source of guidance and support. However, it is important to recognize that religious teachings can be interpreted in diverse ways, and not all adherents choose to follow them in the same manner. Respecting this diversity is crucial in promoting a more inclusive and understanding society. Generational differences also impact perceptions of virginity. While older generations may view it through a more traditional lens, younger generations often challenge these norms, advocating for a more open and flexible understanding. This generational shift reflects broader changes in societal attitudes toward gender equality, individual rights, and personal freedom. Ultimately, cultural and social influences shape how individuals and communities view virginity, but they do not define its significance for everyone. Recognizing and respecting this diversity of thought is essential in creating a world where individuals feel free to make choices that align with their own values, beliefs, and circumstances, rather than conforming to societal expectations. Love and respect are the foundation of any healthy relationship, transcending societal constructs like virginity. In a world where intimacy and relationships are often shaped by external influences, it is vital to remember that the true measure of a relationship lies in the depth of emotional connection, mutual understanding, and shared respect between partners. Virginity as a concept should never overshadow these fundamental elements or become a criterion for valuing someone in a relationship. Healthy relationships thrive on open communication and mutual respect. When two individuals come together, their connection should be based on shared values, trust, and a willingness to understand each other's perspectives. Whether or not someone is a virgin should not dictate their worth or define the dynamics of their relationship. Instead, partners should focus on fostering an environment where both feel valued, understood, and respected. And respect in relationships also means acknowledging and supporting each other's boundaries and choices. Each individual has their own comfort level and timeline when it comes to intimacy, shaped by personal experiences, values, and readiness. Pressuring someone to conform to a partner's expectations regarding virginity or intimacy is a violation of their autonomy and undermines the principles of love and respect that a relationship should embody. Moreover, true love values a person for who they are, not for their past or the decisions they've made about their body. Virginity is a deeply personal matter and does not define someone's character, integrity, or capacity for love. Reducing a person's worth to whether or not they are a virgin diminishes the complexity and depth of human relationships. Partners who genuinely care for one another will see beyond societal labels and focus on building a bond rooted in mutual care and affection. It is also important to recognize that relationships are not solely about physical intimacy. Emotional intimacy, trust, and shared experiences play an equally, if not more significant role in forming a lasting connection. While physical intimacy can be an expression of love, it is not the sole determinant of a relationship's strength or success. Prioritizing emotional connection over societal constructs like virginity helps create a more fulfilling and enduring partnership. Furthermore, conversations around virginity and intimacy in relationships should be approached with honesty and sensitivity. Partners should feel comfortable discussing their feelings, expectations, and boundaries without fear of judgment or rejection. Such conversations build trust and understanding. laying the groundwork for a relationship that is equitable and respectful. Ultimately, love and respect in relationships go beyond superficial measures and societal constructs. They are about valuing the person for who they are, supporting their choices, and nurturing a connection that is authentic and mutually fulfilling. By focusing on these principles, we can move away from stigmatizing concepts like virginity and instead create relationships that celebrate individuality, mutual respect, and shared growth. Breaking stereotypes and myths around virginity is essential for fostering a society that values truth, inclusivity, and respect over outdated beliefs and prejudices. Virginity, as a concept, has been shrouded in misconceptions and cultural narratives that often perpetuate shame, guilt, and unrealistic expectations. These stereotypes not only impact individuals on a personal level, but also influence societal attitudes toward relationships, gender roles, and personal identity. One of the most pervasive myths surrounding virginity is the idea that it defines a person's morality or worth. In many cultures, particularly for women, virginity has historically been tied to notions of purity and virtue. This harmful stereotype places an undue burden on individuals to conform to societal expectations, often at the cost of their autonomy and emotional well-being. It perpetuates the idea that a person's value is tied to their sexual history, ignoring the complexity of human character and the diversity of life experiences. Another common misconception is that virginity is a physical state that can be proven or lost. This idea is often linked to the myth of the hymen as a marker of virginity, despite scientific evidence debunking this notion. The hymen's condition has little to do with sexual activity, as it can be affected by various factors such as physical activity, medical procedures, or natural variations. Clinging to such myths not only misinforms but also perpetuates harmful practices such as virginity tests, which have no medical basis and violate individual rights and dignity. Gender stereotypes play a significant role in shaping the narratives around virginity. For women, societal expectations often emphasize maintaining virginity as a marker of respectability, while for men, losing virginity is sometimes seen as a rite of passage or proof of masculinity. These double standards create unnecessary pressure and unrealistic expectations for both genders, fostering unhealthy attitudes toward intimacy and relationships. Breaking these stereotypes requires challenging traditional gender roles and promoting equality in how virginity is perceived and discussed. Media and popular culture also contribute to the perpetuation of myths about virginity. Movies, television shows, and social media often portray losing virginity as a dramatic, life-changing event filled with either shame or triumph. These depictions can create anxiety and confusion, particularly for young people, by setting unrealistic expectations about what intimacy should look or feel like. Encouraging diverse and honest portrayals of relationships and intimacy in the media can help dismantle these stereotypes and promote healthier attitudes. Education plays a critical role in breaking stereotypes about virginity. Comprehensive sexual education that addresses myths, provides accurate information, and promotes open dialogue can empower individuals to make informed choices. By dispelling misconceptions, we can help people approach topics of intimacy and relationships with greater understanding and confidence. Ultimately, breaking stereotypes and myths about virginity requires a collective effort to challenge societal norms, promote accurate information, and prioritize respect for individual choices. By doing so, we can move toward a more inclusive and compassionate society that values people for who they are rather than reducing them to outdated constructs. Consent and empowerment are fundamental when discussing virginity and intimacy. These principles ensure that decisions regarding one's body and relationships are made freely, thoughtfully, and without coercion. Recognizing the importance of consent and fostering a sense of personal empowerment creates a society where individuals feel confident in making choices that align with their values and readiness, free from judgment or external pressures. Consent is the cornerstone of any healthy interaction, particularly in matters of intimacy. It is not merely about saying yes or no, but about creating a mutual understanding and agreement between all parties involved. Consent must be given freely, enthusiastically, and without manipulation or force. This principle is especially relevant when discussing virginity, as it involves deeply personal decisions that should never be influenced by societal expectations, peer pressure, or fear of judgment. Empowerment is equally important as it enables individuals to take ownership of their decisions regarding virginity and relationships. Feeling empowered means having the confidence to set boundaries, express needs, and make choices that prioritize one's well-being. Empowerment comes from self-awareness, education, and a supportive environment that respects individual autonomy. It ensures that people feel comfortable saying no or not yet if they are not ready, as well as yes when they truly desire to take that step. Education plays a vital role in fostering consent and empowerment. Comprehensive sexual education that goes beyond the mechanics of reproduction to address topics like emotional readiness, communication, and mutual respect is crucial. When individuals are equipped with accurate information and the tools to navigate relationships, they are better prepared to make decisions that are informed and aligned with their values. Education also helps dispel myths about virginity, intimacy, and relationships, creating a more understanding and inclusive environment. It is also essential to recognize the barriers that prevent some individuals from experiencing empowerment and practicing consent. Cultural norms, gender roles, and societal pressures can undermine autonomy, particularly for women and marginalized groups. In some communities, expectations around virginity are so rigid that individuals may feel they have no choice but to conform, even at the expense of their emotional or physical well-being. Addressing these barriers requires societal change, open dialogue, and a commitment to challenging harmful norms. Consent and empowerment also extend to communication within relationships. Open, honest conversations about boundaries, expectations, and feelings create a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Partners should feel safe expressing their needs and listening to one another without fear of judgment or rejection. This dynamic ensures that decisions about intimacy are truly shared and consensual, strengthening the relationship and promoting emotional intimacy. Ultimately, fostering a culture of consent and empowerment is about respecting individual autonomy and prioritizing well-being. It is about ensuring that choices around virginity and intimacy are made thoughtfully and freely without the influence of stigma or coercion. By embracing these principles, we create a society where individuals feel valued, supported, and confident in making decisions that reflect their unique journey and personal growth. Education plays a pivotal role in shaping healthy attitudes and perspectives about virginity, relationships, and intimacy. It serves as the foundation for dispelling myths, fostering understanding, and empowering individuals to make informed and confident choices. By promoting comprehensive, accurate, and inclusive education, we can create a society that values respect, consent, and individual autonomy. One of the primary benefits of education is that it dispels the myths and misconceptions surrounding virginity. For instance, the idea that virginity is tied to physical markers like the hymen or that it determines a person's worth is rooted in outdated beliefs. Comprehensive education provides individuals with accurate information about human anatomy, intimacy, and emotional readiness, helping them understand that virginity is a personal concept rather than a universal truth. This knowledge allows people to approach the topic with greater clarity and less fear of judgment or stigma. Beyond correcting misconceptions, education equips individuals with the tools to navigate relationships and make informed decisions. It encourages open discussions about boundaries, consent, and mutual respect, which are essential for healthy relationships. When individuals understand their rights and responsibilities in a relationship, they are better able to communicate their feelings, set boundaries, and advocate for themselves. This fosters trust and understanding between partners, creating a foundation for meaningful connections. Education also addresses the emotional and psychological aspects of virginity and relationships. It emphasizes that intimacy is not merely a physical act, but a deeply personal experience influenced by emotions, values, and circumstances. By exploring topics such as emotional readiness, self-respect, and the importance of personal choice, education helps individuals approach intimacy with confidence and self-awareness. This holistic understanding reduces feelings of anxiety or inadequacy and promotes a more positive and respectful approach to relationships. Inclusivity is another crucial aspect of education on virginity and relationships. In many traditional educational systems, discussions about intimacy are often limited to heterosexual relationships, neglecting the experiences of LGBTQ+ individuals. A truly comprehensive education recognizes and respects the diversity of human relationships, ensuring that all individuals feel seen, valued, and supported. Inclusive education fosters a sense of belonging and helps combat discrimination and stigma, particularly for those who may feel marginalized. Parental and community involvement is vital in reinforcing the lessons learned through formal education. Parents, guardians, and community leaders play a crucial role in shaping attitudes toward virginity and relationships. Encouraging open and judgment-free communication within families and communities creates a supportive environment where individuals feel safe seeking guidance and sharing their experiences. Lastly, education contributes to broader societal change by challenging harmful norms and promoting progressive values. It encourages critical thinking, helping individuals question societal pressures and stereotypes around virginity. By fostering empathy, understanding, and respect, education lays the groundwork for a more inclusive and compassionate society. In conclusion, education is a powerful tool for addressing misconceptions, promoting informed choices, and fostering respect for individual autonomy in matters of virginity and relationships. By prioritizing comprehensive and inclusive education, we empower individuals to navigate these deeply personal aspects of life with confidence, empathy, and self-respect. Avoiding judgment is a cornerstone of creating a compassionate and inclusive society, particularly when it comes to personal choices about virginity and relationships. People's experiences and decisions in these matters are shaped by diverse factors, including cultural beliefs, personal values, emotional readiness, and individual circumstances. Recognizing this complexity and refraining from judgment fosters an environment where individuals feel safe, respected, and empowered to make decisions that align with their unique journeys. Judgment often stems from societal norms and stereotypes that impose rigid expectations about virginity and relationships. For example, individuals who choose to abstain from intimacy until marriage may face criticism for being old-fashioned, while those who embrace intimacy earlier might be unfairly labeled as immoral or irresponsible. These labels are not only unhelpful but also deeply harmful, as they perpetuate stigma, shame, and insecurity. Avoiding judgment means challenging these stereotypes and embracing the diversity of human experiences. Empathy is key to refraining from judgment. Understanding that everyone's choices are influenced by their personal history, beliefs, and emotional state allows us to approach conversations about virginity and relationships with kindness and respect. For instance, a person's decision to remain a virgin might be rooted in cultural traditions, religious convictions, or personal readiness. Similarly, someone else's choice to engage in intimacy may reflect their own values and understanding of what feels right for them. Neither choice is inherently superior or inferior, and both deserve equal respect. Judgment-free environments also create space for open and honest dialogue. When individuals feel safe from criticism, they are more likely to share their thoughts, ask questions, and seek advice. This openness fosters better understanding, stronger connections, and a sense of community. It also helps dispel myths and misconceptions, as people are more willing to share accurate information and personal insights without fear of being shamed. Avoiding judgment also means recognizing and addressing the double standards often associated with virginity and relationships. Societal norms frequently impose stricter expectations on women than on men, perpetuating gender inequality. For example, women are often judged more harshly for their choices regarding virginity, while men might be celebrated for similar decisions. Challenging these double standards is essential for promoting fairness and equality. Additionally, non-judgmental attitudes support mental and emotional well-being. Judgment can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and low self-worth, which can have long-lasting effects on an individual's confidence and relationships. By fostering an accepting and supportive environment, we help individuals develop a positive sense of self and a healthier approach to relationships. It's important to remember that personal growth often involves making mistakes and learning from them. Passing judgment on someone's choices denies them the opportunity to navigate their own path and learn valuable life lessons. Offering support and understanding, even when we might not agree with someone's decisions, allows us to contribute to their growth in a meaningful way. In conclusion, avoiding judgment in matters of virginity and relationships is about fostering respect, empathy, and understanding. By celebrating diversity, challenging stereotypes, and prioritizing kindness, we can create a society where individuals feel valued for who they are and empowered to make decisions that reflect their true selves. This shift not only benefits individuals, but also strengthens our communities by promoting inclusivity, trust, and mutual respect. Virginity is a personal journey, not a universal standard, and recognizing this helps promote a more inclusive and empathetic understanding of human experiences. Every individual navigates their relationship with virginity and intimacy in their own unique way, shaped by a combination of personal beliefs, cultural influences, emotional readiness, and life circumstances. Viewing virginity as a deeply individual journey acknowledges and respects this diversity, moving away from rigid societal constructs or expectations. The idea that virginity holds a universal meaning or significance is a misconception. Across different cultures, religions, and communities, the concept of virginity is interpreted in a variety of ways. For some, it is a spiritual or cultural milestone, symbolizing purity, honor, or adherence to tradition. For others, it is a construct they do not associate with their identity or values. Recognizing virginity as a personal journey means accepting that there is no single, correct way to view or approach it. Personal experiences and values play a critical role in shaping one's journey with virginity. Some individuals may choose to remain abstinent until they feel emotionally or spiritually ready, while others may decide to explore intimacy earlier in life. These decisions are influenced by factors such as upbringing, religious beliefs, emotional connections, and individual priorities. Understanding that virginity means different things to different people helps us respect and support diverse perspectives without judgment.